Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again, doing another brand new album review for you today. And today we're going to be talking about Ironflame with their brand new album, Where Madness Dwells. So this album was just released this past Friday, July 1st, 2022. This is the fourth album by this band, or one-man band, as I should say. The man behind the band's name is Andrew DeCagnia. He does everything here, multi-musician, like multi-instrumentalist here. He might be more well known for being in some other bands. He plays bass and drums and backing vocals in Nichachwin, one of like an absolutely great black metal band, mixing in a lot of folk. And then also he used to be the drummer in Obsequiae, which is another great black metal band from USA. But here with Ironflame, there's nothing black metal about this sound. This is, I would assume, Andrew's passion, being that he can perform everything here and write everything as he wants. This is the type of metal that he wants to hear. This is more like US traditional heavy metal, power metal. I wouldn't really necessarily even call this power metal, just like traditional, true heavy metal. And yeah, it might be the stuff he wants to hear, but it's also the kind of music I love to hear as well. It's got that really throwback, classic heavy metal sound. This sounds like it could have just been plucked from the middle of the 80s. You can't really tell. It doesn't sound like a modern album. This sounds very retro, very throwback, and it's just awesome, awesome stuff here. The soaring vocals are definitely the highlight. That's the main selling point here. He's almost kind of a mix of like Dio and Bruce Dickinson, and even musically this could be considered kind of a mix of old Iron Maiden and Dio as well. Yeah, it's just got that classic heavy metal feeling to it, and it's just full of heavy metal anthems that you're gonna be pumping your fists to, headbanging along to, and even after just listening to it a few times, you're gonna be singing along as well. The choruses on this album are so memorable, and they're just gonna stick in your head. So this album is 8 songs. It's about 40 minutes long, so on the shorter side, which is good for this kind of music. I think it suits it perfectly. So I'm going to do a quick track-by-track analysis. I'll give my thoughts on the album as a whole, and then at the end, I will score it out of 10. So the album kicks off with the song Everlasting Fire. This one has a nice driving main riff in the song, and it's got a really catchy sing-alongable chorus. This one's more of a mid-paced song. It's not too fast, but not too slow, but very head-bangable. There's a great solo in here as well. I should have mentioned at the beginning, I did say this is a one-man band. It does feature guest solos by a couple other dudes. I didn't write down their names, but yeah, Andrew does everything, but he does get dudes to come in and rip solos on here, which is pretty awesome, and this song has a great solo. All in all, very solid way to kick off the album. And after that, it speeds up a little bit and goes into Under the Spell. This one is just absolutely amazing. Got great soaring vocals. Another very sing-alongable song. Definitely in the chorus, like you are going to be singing it instantly for sure. Like Andrew knows how to write catchy-ass choruses, and they are on full display on this album. In particular, this song is you're just going to be singing along instantly. You can't help it. After that, the third song, definitely another album highlight, is Kingdom of Lies. This one's got some very pounding rhythms, more great leads, and another excellent chorus. It might sound very repetitive here with what I'm saying, but the choruses here are just absolutely amazing. Like, you just hear them a couple times, and they're going to be stuck in your head already. Really awesome song here. The fourth song kind of shifts gears a little bit. It's called A Funeral Within, and this one slows it down big time. It's almost like a ballad type song. It's got this very like melancholic anthemic approach to the song, but it really works well. Kind of reminds me of like maybe more like the ballady side of Metallica or Iced Earth. Stuff like in that vein. Just really well executed though, and the placement on the album is really great as well too. You kick it off with 3 like more in-your-face songs, then you kind of slow it down here, but then after the next few songs, pound again. So right after that, the 5th song, probably the catchiest song on the album, Ready to Strike. Just catchy as fuck. It's gonna stick in your head for sure. Whoa, ready to strike. Whoa, ready to strike. Just fucking awesome. Simple, but awesome. Like, this is, like I said, a very simple song. It's very repetitive, but I dare you to try to not bang your head to this and sing along. Like, you listen to this it's try it. Try not to headbang and sing along. It's just fucking impossible. It's just so good and so easy to get into. The song after that, the 6th track, the Phantom Flame. Pretty much gonna repeat myself here. It's another banger. There's really great guitar melodies in this song. It just, the way it's composed, really awesome stuff here. This is one song where the guitars are probably the highlight. Really solid song. After that, A Curse Upon Mankind is the 7th song. Once again, another great track. And guess what? More sing-alongable choruses here. Just absolutely amazing. And then it goes into the closing track, the title track, Where Madness Dwells, which is the longest track on the album at just over 6 minutes. It's not like it's super long, but what an excellent, epic way to end this album. It's got another awesome chorus, and there's this really great like twin guitar harmonies and twin guitar work going on in around the middle of the song. It just really stands out. Really awesome stuff. Perfect way to end the album. So, my thoughts on this as a whole. It is a very simple approach to the songwriting. Like, it's a lot of like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, stuff like that. The riffs aren't necessarily the most technical in the world, but they are executed very well, and these songs are going to stick in your head. There's a very authentic feel to this, not trying to do anything necessarily too original, just like obviously it's a tribute to the kind of heavy metal that he loves and that he wants to hear, and it's awesome at that. It's like it's super enjoyable, classic metal sound. The powerful vocals are definitely the highlight here. Like, they're just amazing. This guy can really wail. Pretty much all the tracks hit the mark here. I don't think there's really any weak moments. Like I said, it might not be the most original album ever, but when the songs are this good, it doesn't really hold it back. Like, yeah, maybe you've heard stuff like this before, but these are really catchy songs that are going to stick in your head. So although maybe it would lose points for not being original, it gains points for how well it's executed and how well these songs are written. Production-wise, everything sounds pretty good. I guess a super small gripe would be that like the bass and low end is maybe a little low in the mix. It could use a little more like oomph, a little more beefiness to the sound maybe to fill it out a little bit more. But that's very minor. It's not even, it doesn't hold it back really at all. I'm just really nitpicking here. But all in all, yeah, very enjoyable album. If you're into like true classic heavy metal and you've not heard Ironflame, strongly suggest you go check this album out because you will be headbanging and singing like there's no tomorrow. So now just score this out of 10. If you've watched my channel before, anything that hits at least like 7.5 is something that I would recommend. If it hits 8 out of 10, that's something I like strongly recommend that you like need to listen to. If it reaches up to 9, that's outstanding. So to me, this is right bordering around 8 out of 10. Like, it's definitely over 7.5. I do recommend it. I don't know as I can score it over 8 out of 10 just for some of the things I mentioned, like originality and the little tiny issues here and there. But very, very solid, enjoyable album. The enjoyability alone bumps this score up. So I'm going to give it a very solid 7.9 out of 10. Basically an 8 out of 10, right on that cusp. Really solid stuff that if you're into this style of music, I think you should go listen to. Listen to the whole discography too. All 4 albums are great. This one is possibly the best. I need to listen to it more to see how it stacks up with the rest over more listens. But yeah, it's really good stuff. Go check out Ironflame if you have not. So anyways, these are just my opinions as usual. Give me your thoughts down below on what you thought of this album. And until next time, Hammer Heart Metal Reviews out.